Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you one powerful question. Are you tired of feeling stuck while others seem to move forward effortlessly? What if I told you that the key to transforming your life isn't luck, it's not talent, and it's not waiting for the perfect moment. It's what you choose to work on every single day. Every thought, every action, every choice either builds your future or erodes it. Today, we're diving deep into the 10 things you must work on every day. The exact strategies that successful, unstoppable people live by, that supercharge your mindset, energy, relationships, and results. This isn't theory. This is practical, proven, life-changing action. And by the time this video ends, you'll have a blueprint to take control of your emotions, beliefs, focus, body, skills, relationships, gratitude, and contribution, so that your life is no longer about drifting. It's about creating unstoppable momentum toward massive results. So buckle up, because what I'm about to share with you will change how you wake up tomorrow, and every day after that. Your emotional state is the single most powerful tool you have in shaping your life. It governs every decision you make, every action you take, and every interaction you have. Most people underestimate just how critical this is. They wake up, go through the motions, and let life dictate how they feel. But the truth is, the moment you take control of your state, you take control of your destiny. It's not just about feeling good. It's about being unstoppable. Your state determines your energy, your confidence, your clarity, and your ability to execute under pressure. Think about the times you faced challenges and felt completely drained, unmotivated, or distracted. In those moments, nothing flows, and opportunities slip through your fingers. But imagine the exact opposite. You wake up, take a deep breath, feel centered, energized, and focused. Suddenly, obstacles shrink, ideas flow, and your actions become decisive and purposeful. That is the power of mastering your state. The first step is awareness. Most people never stop to notice how they feel, yet their emotions run on autopilot. Fear, frustration, anger, or doubt quietly influence choices without conscious permission. Begin by observing your feelings without judgment. Label them. Name them. Recognize when negativity creeps in, when anxiety rises, or when excitement fades. Awareness alone gives you a subtle but crucial advantage. It opens the door to choice. Once you are aware, you can decide whether to let that state control you or whether to harness it, reshape it, and use it as fuel for action. Your state is not fixed. It's flexible. It's programmable. The challenge is learning how to program it intentionally. Movement is one of the fastest ways to change your state. The body and mind are inseparably linked. When you slouch, drag, or shuffle, your energy sinks, your confidence diminishes, and your thinking becomes cloudy. But when you move with purpose, stand tall, pump your arms, breathe deeply, and engage your muscles, you literally shift your brain chemistry. You flood yourself with endorphins, increase oxygen to your brain, and signal to yourself that you are ready, alive, and capable. This is not theory. This is biology. High performers do this instinctively. They understand that state management is not optional. Jumping up, taking a few deep breaths, or even just smiling can alter your emotional chemistry within seconds, setting you up to perform at a higher level. The key is doing it consistently, making it a daily ritual, not just a reaction to stress. Focus also fuels your state. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. If you spend time obsessing over problems, complaints, or setbacks, your emotional state deteriorates. If you deliberately focus on solutions, opportunities, gratitude, or inspiration, your state elevates daily. Train yourself to notice what you fixate on and then redirect that focus toward what empowers you. Surround yourself with stimuli that lift you, books, music, visuals, and people that elevate your mind and spirit. Choose to feed your state with positive reinforcement. Your emotional state is like the soil in a garden. What you plant and nurture will determine what grows in your life. Breathing is another underappreciated tool. Deep, Conscious breathing regulates your nervous system, reduces anxiety, and centers your mind. Most people breathe shallowly, letting stress dominate their system. But when you take control of your breath, you take control of your chemistry, and you set yourself up to act with clarity and precision. Incorporating even 5 minutes of intentional breathing into your morning or workday can dramatically change your state. Yet most ignore this simple, powerful practice. The small, consistent choices to regulate your body, mind, and focus compound over time into unstoppable momentum. Upgrade your beliefs daily. Your beliefs are the operating system of your life. They silently dictate what you see, what you think you can achieve, and how you respond to challenges. Most people don't realize that a single limiting belief can derail years of effort. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. This is too hard. These thoughts are like invisible chains quietly restricting your potential, but beliefs are not fixed. They can be rewired. You can upgrade the software of your mind just like you would upgrade an outdated system. Daily commitment to questioning, reshaping, and reinforcing empowering beliefs is what separates those who achieve massive results from those who drift through life hoping for a miracle. The process starts with awareness. Identify beliefs that are holding you back. Reflect honestly on the stories you tell yourself. Which ones are serving you? Which ones are sabotaging you? Awareness is the first step because you cannot change what you cannot see. Once you spot a limiting belief, challenge it, ask yourself, is this really true? Is this a fact or just a story I've accepted? This practice alone creates cracks in old restrictive thought patterns. Then, consciously replace the limiting belief with an empowering alternative, for example. Replace, I can't do this, with I am learning, growing, and capable of more than I imagine. Repetition matters. The more you reinforce empowering beliefs, the more automatic they become. This is how your internal narrative shifts from doubt to confidence, from hesitation to decisive action. Language shapes belief. The words you speak to yourself have a direct impact on your neural wiring. Positive, empowering language activates potential, whereas negative, self-critical language limits it. Start speaking to yourself as if you were already who you aspire to be. I am capable, I am resourceful. I am unstoppable. These are not just affirmations. They are declarations that train your subconscious mind to support action, resilience, and creativity. Your brain cannot distinguish between imagined success and real experience when you feed it consistently with empowering messages. The mind is incredibly literal, and consistent positive input creates real-world output. Surrounding yourself with the right influences accelerates belief upgrading. Who you spend time with, what you read, and the messages you consume shape what you think is possible. If you spend time with people who doubt, complain, or resist growth, your beliefs will mirror theirs. Seek mentors, peers, and content that stretch your thinking, expand your vision, and reinforce empowering possibilities. Every day, choose to feed your mind what elevates it, because belief is not developed in isolation. It is cultivated through interaction, challenge, and example. Finally, taking action is the ultimate belief booster. Belief is strengthened by proof. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, take on a challenge, or achieve what you thought was impossible, your belief in your own capability grows. Small wins, repeated consistently, compound into unstoppable confidence. This is the essence of belief work: awareness, challenge, language, and proof through action. Commit daily to this process, and you will literally reprogram your mind to serve your highest goals, ambitions, and potential. Getting clear on your goals is one of the most underrated yet most powerful actions you can take in life. Most people drift, moving from one day to the next without a compass, waiting for clarity to appear magically, hoping that somehow success will fall into their laps. But clarity is not accidental. It's a decision. It's a discipline. Without a crystal clear vision of where you're going, you'll spend your energy in 1,000 directions and never make meaningful progress. Goals act as your personal GPS. They give direction, focus, and purpose. They are the bridge between who you are now and who you are capable of becoming. Every major accomplishment, every transformation, every breakthrough begins with clarity about the destination. Clarity is more than just writing down a list of things you want to achieve. It's about creating vivid, compelling visions that excite your emotions and drive your actions. When your goals are emotionally charged, when they ignite passion, your brain mobilizes energy, creativity, and determination to pursue them relentlessly. It's not enough to say, I want more money or I want to be healthier. You must feel the exhilaration, the pride, the freedom that comes with accomplishing that goal. Visualization is a powerful tool here. Picture yourself achieving the goal, feel it in your body, experience it with all your senses. The more real it feels, the more your subconscious mind aligns to make it happen. Next, your goals must be specific. Vagueness is the enemy of execution, saying, I want to be successful is a dream, not a goal. What does success look like? How much? By when? What are the exact steps you'll take to get there? Specific goals give you measurable milestones. They allow you to track progress, adjust your strategies, and maintain momentum. They give you a reason to take action today instead of waiting for tomorrow. When your goals are clear, your decisions become easier. Every choice you make either moves you closer to your goal or takes you away from it. Awareness of that allows you to live intentionally rather than reactively. Commitment is the next essential element. Clarity alone is not enough if it's not paired with unshakable commitment. You must decide that no matter what happens, no matter the setbacks, no matter the doubts, you will pursue your goal with relentless focus. Commit to a daily ritual of action, however small, that compounds over time into massive results. Most people stop at dreaming. Few commit to doing what's necessary every single day. Commitment is the difference between wishing and achieving. When you commit, your mind starts to create solutions where before you saw only obstacles. When you commit, resources appear, opportunities align, and your path forward becomes visible. Accountability also plays a critical role in achieving your goals. Writing down your goals is important, but sharing them with someone who will hold you accountable is transformative. When you verbalize your intentions, when someone else knows your target, your brain starts working harder to avoid the pain of failure and to chase the reward of success. Accountability partners, mentors, or coaches accelerate your progress because they challenge your excuses, celebrate your wins, and keep you on track when you feel like giving up. Daily reflection on your progress is another layer of accountability. Ask yourself, what did I do today that brought me closer to my goal? Honest answers fuel progress and force action. Raising your personal standards is the secret behind extraordinary lives. Most people settle for mediocrity, not because they are incapable, but because they never consciously decide what they will accept from themselves. Standards are the invisible rules you live by. They govern your behavior, your choices, and ultimately your destiny. Low standards lead to frustration, dissatisfaction, and unrealized potential. High standards, on the other hand, create a life of excellence, integrity, and fulfillment. Raising your standards is not about perfectionism. It's about deciding what you will and will not tolerate in every area of your life. It's a declaration that mediocrity is no longer an option. The first step is awareness. Examine where you are compromising. Where have you lowered your standards to avoid discomfort, confrontation, or risk? Identify the areas where you are accepting less than you deserve: your health, your relationships, your work, your time. Awareness alone creates a spark because it shines a light on what must change. Once you see the gaps, you can begin to take action. Raising standards is a deliberate act of self-respect. It signals to yourself and the world that you refuse to settle. Your standards set the stage for your habits. The moment you raise your standards, your daily choices begin to shift. High standards demand discipline, consistency, and courage. They influence your behaviors in subtle ways: what you eat, how you spend your time, how you respond to challenges, and who you allow into your inner circle. The quality of your life is a direct reflection of the standards you uphold. If you want a life of significance, influence, and impact, you must consistently operate at a higher level than the crowd. Environment is critical in reinforcing standards. You are the average of the people you spend the most time with. If your standards are high, but your environment tolerates mediocrity, maintaining those standards becomes a constant struggle. Surround yourself with people who hold themselves to high standards, who challenge you, and who inspire growth. The energy of your environment must align with the life you want to create. This is why successful people are deliberate about who they allow into their inner circle. They protect their standards like a valuable asset. Standards are also tested in moments of discomfort. When challenges arise, when temptation appears, when excuses scream for attention, your standards are what determine your response. High standards push you to act when others quit, to persevere when others give in, and to innovate when others accept failure. Raising your standards is not a one-time event. It is a daily commitment, a constant calibration of your behaviors, your mindset, and your expectations. It is choosing excellence, even when no one is watching, and doing what is required, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. Finally, standards influence how you view yourself. They are intimately tied to self-respect and identity. When you raise your standards, you are declaring to yourself that you are worthy of a life of fulfillment, achievement, and impact. You are telling yourself that you will not tolerate anything less than your best, and that you will hold yourself accountable to that promise every single day. This internal commitment reshapes your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your results. High standards are contagious. They inspire those around you, elevate your influence, and create a momentum that carries you to levels you once thought impossible. Where focus goes, energy flows. Most people drift through life reacting to distractions, noise, and endless interruptions, giving their attention to things that don't matter. Your results are a direct reflection of where you place your focus. If you obsess over problems, worry, or what others think, your energy disperses and your power diminishes. But when you deliberately focus on solutions, on what moves the needle, on your highest priorities, your energy becomes unstoppable. Daily, you must decide what deserves your attention, what deserves your time, and what deserves your emotional investment. Train your mind to eliminate distractions, ignore trivialities, and concentrate on actions that produce results. Focus is not passive. It is an act of discipline, clarity, and commitment, and it is the bridge between dreams and reality. Your body is your vehicle for everything you want to achieve, yet most people treat it as disposable. Your energy, confidence, and mental clarity all originate in your physiology. Move your body. Fuel it with nutrition, hydrate, and care for it consistently. Small daily actions compound into vitality that carries you through challenges. Stress and pressure, posture, breathing, strength, and movement are not just physical. They directly influence your state, your focus, and your ability to act decisively. By taking care of your body, you create a foundation for performance, resilience, and unstoppable momentum. Your physiology is the engine that powers your results, and daily investment here multiplies everything else you do. The marketplace rewards value, yet most people never stop to ask themselves what they are offering the world. Skills are the currency of opportunity, and the more valuable you become, the more doors open, the more influence you gain, and the more control you have over your life. Every day presents an opportunity to sharpen, expand, and refine your abilities. Reading, practicing, learning, and experimenting are not optional. They are essential. Growth is not a one-time event. It is a daily ritual. Small increments of improvement compound over time, transforming your capacity and positioning you as someone indispensable. Do not settle for mediocrity in your craft or your knowledge. Invest in learning, mastering, and expanding, because skill builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds results. When you commit to being extraordinary in your capabilities, the world responds with opportunities, recognition, and success. Your relationships determine the quality of your life. No achievement, no wealth, no skill, no degree can substitute for the power of deep, meaningful connections. The people you surround yourself with influence your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs, and your destiny. Relationships require attention, care, and intention. Listen deeply, communicate openly, and appreciate consistently. Show up fully, not partially. Build trust and invest in others without expecting immediate returns, because true influence and fulfillment come from the value you create in the lives of others. Avoid toxic, draining, or negative relationships. They consume energy and limit potential. Instead, align yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and elevate you. Daily nurture relationships that matter. Celebrate wins together, support each other through setbacks, and be present when it counts. Your network is not just a collection of people, it is a reflection of your standards, your energy, and your ability to contribute. Strong relationships amplify success, provide resilience during challenges, and create an ecosystem of mutual growth, support, and opportunity. By prioritizing both giving and receiving in your interactions, you create a life rich in connection, influence, and fulfillment. Every day, choose actions that strengthen bonds, deepen trust, and expand your ability to make an impact, because relationships are the silent architects of your destiny. Gratitude is not a passive feeling, it is an active practice that transforms your perspective and amplifies your results. Most people wait for success, happiness, or external validation to feel grateful. But the truth is the reverse. Gratitude creates the conditions for more abundance, more clarity, and more fulfillment. When you focus daily on what you already have, when you notice the small victories, the lessons in struggle, and the blessings often overlooked, you literally rewire your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Gratitude is a mental and emotional discipline. It shifts your energy, elevates your state, and fuels resilience. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of discomfort contains something to appreciate if you choose to look. The act of consciously acknowledging and feeling gratitude rewires your mind to attract more of what you value, and it gives you the emotional strength to face adversity with courage and creativity. Simple daily rituals, writing down what you are thankful for, expressing appreciation to others, reflecting on progress compound over time, creating a mindset that naturally amplifies positivity, performance, and fulfillment. Living to contribute beyond yourself is the ultimate lever for fulfillment, influence, and impact. Human beings are wired for meaning, and the deepest satisfaction comes from serving something greater than personal gain every day. Ask yourself how you can make someone else's life better, how you can add value, how you can solve problems that matter. Contribution shifts your focus from fear, scarcity, and self-centeredness to abundance, purpose, and empowerment. When you commit to impacting others, your actions gain clarity, your decisions gain weight, and your energy multiplies. Contribution is not limited to grand gestures. It is present in daily interactions, in acts of kindness, in sharing knowledge, and in mentoring, coaching, or inspiring others. The ripple effect of your contributions grows exponentially. One small action can spark transformation in others that ultimately circles back to your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. When contribution becomes a daily practice, your life takes on new meaning, your relationships deepen, and your influence expands. It creates a feedback loop where giving fuels receiving, service fuels growth, and impact fuels confidence and purpose. By consistently asking how you can serve, by committing to adding value in every interaction, you align your personal power with the greater good, creating a life of unstoppable momentum, significance, and enduring fulfillment. Now, let's pull this all together. Your emotional state fuels every action you take. Your beliefs shape your reality. Your goals give you direction, while your standards define your results. Where you place your focus determines the power of your energy, and how you care for your body fuels your momentum. The skills you sharpen daily create opportunities, while the relationships you nurture amplify your success. Gratitude rewires your mind to see abundance, and contribution turns your life into a mission bigger than yourself. When you commit to mastering these 10 things every single day, you stop leaving your life to chance. You stop waiting for luck. You stop letting fear, doubt, or circumstance control you. You step into your true power, your highest potential, and unstoppable momentum. Remember, every day is a choice. Every day is a chance to get stronger, smarter, faster, and more connected. And the moment you decide to act on these principles, nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop you. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, hit that subscribe button right now and join the family at Tony Robbins Track, where we give you the tools, the strategies, and the fire to unleash your full potential every single day. Comment below which of these 10 things you're committing to today, because your action starts now. Remember, it's not about luck, it's about the choices you make daily. And today is your day to start dominating your life.